All right, but you say y'all can't see though. I don't know what is going on with this. What's say now? Y'all can hear me on the YouTube. Good, good, good. All right, all right. Everybody, please turn your phones on mute. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. Like I said, what I want to do is first I want to introduce myself. My name is Kieran Stribling. I'm the owner and CEO of the Magnolia Sports Association. This is our second year of doing the 8th grade game. Last year it was on the same weekend as the high school game, but we wasn't expecting the crowd and the reaction that we got for the 8th graders. It turned out to be probably the best game of the weekend. So we wanted to build them their own weekend this year, and we wanted to make sure that, like I said, we catch all the kids when they fresh out of football, not sitting around months and they play no football. So like I said, it's been very beneficial. This year we're adding the combine, but instead of them having the combine on their weekend, they would come back in December, the official all-star weekend, and they would do the combine when all the high schoolers and everybody do the combine. We also started our own ranking system called the Only One Prospects. So this will be how we start off their stars, the way they get their stars. This will be how we evaluate the kids and get them in our database. And we thought, why not have the combine inside when we already got the top kids in the state already selected, instead of waiting to see if the top kids in the state would even come do the combine in the summer. So like I said, they'll come straight out of football season with knowing their official times. We partner with Zybex Sports. They're the official partner of the NFL Combine. We've been doing the combine with them the last 3 years. And like I said, you're not just going to be ranked with the kids in Mississippi, but you'll be ranked against any kid that did it all the way up into the pros, all the way around the country. So like I said, man, this is a great opportunity. Great things that we are adding to the platform. And just wanted to, like I said, just give y'all a brief rundown of the stuff that we do. We're going to make sure that we say we got our own people that's going to be doing the write-ups now. Also, Rion Young, he will be there as well. He does Prep Red Zone on the Mississippi High School page and 247 Sports. So like I said, that's another person that'll be around. And then, like I said, it's just great to just be in a space of nothing but the top players in the state. So like, I want to say congratulations to all the kids that did make the process. This year we had over 200 nominations for just the 8th grade. So if you was one of the people that was called, or even one of the people that was an alternate to replace one of the people that were called, just know that you stood out amongst all the applicants. So that's a great job, man. Just know if you don't do nothing else, you already know that you at least cream of the crop right now. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, either way, like I said, just make sure that you handle your business that weekend, though, to make sure that you stay on top. But most of the time, we don't have to talk to the 8th graders about that, because they still in that stage of wanting to do it right and want to show they the best. High schoolers, when they start getting the stars and stuff like that, some of that fall off. So like, but like I said, I just wanted to give y'all a brief rundown of who I am and what we are in the state. So first thing I want to start with would be like just give y'all a rundown of the tentative itinerary. Right now, all the practices are scheduled to be at East Central Community College. But what I'm trying to do is I'm knowing tour-a-days and all that other stuff going on. Y'all ain't gonna be want to sit in the middle of Decatur not doing nothing all day while your kids out there practicing and doing all that stuff. So I'm trying to maybe have the practices and the hotel accommodations that we will offer for y'all to be able to book the rooms down in Jackson, and we'll just drive to the stadium on game day, which is an hour away from Jackson. Because like I said, it's absolutely nothing to do in the middle of Decatur while them kids gonna have to be at the stadium the whole day doing practices and media days and all that stuff. So like I said, but right now just prepare for East Central Community College. But like I said, I'm not gonna take y'all all the way into November without letting y'all know what's going on. So we will know everything. I'm supposed to be meeting with the hotel directors down here on Monday. I'm supposed to be getting a call from them Monday. So I'll let y'all know all that going into no later than November the 1st, so everybody can make arrangements. I just wanted to give y'all a brief of how the day will run when y'all check in for the itinerary. This is our second year of doing this, and like I said, we pretty much got a good grasp of how we want to do it now. a player check in. When the player check in, that's when they'll pick up all their gear that they have, and then they'll just go straight in and they'll go do the media day. Like as they checking in, they go get dressed, get dressed in the game day uniforms, go do all their media day pictures, headshots, team picture, and their media day pictures, and then they'll go get dressed for the combine. They'll go get dressed. Excuse me. It won't. I don't know why the only one combine stuff is on here. I gotta edit that because this ain't. Oh, I know why. This ain't child. This is elementary. This is the high school. Excuse me. All right, my bad. All right, like I said, so y'all to check in. I'm running so many things, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. But as I said, y'all would check in. Y'all would do your media day, your headshots, all that stuff, and then y'all do your individual pictures and your team photos, and then media interviews with the major media. Like some of the kids will get pulled to the side. Some of the kids will get pulled to the side to do interviews with major media. And some or do some interviews with them and some of the coaches, because some of the coaches are in the game and that type of stuff. So like I said, it makes for great stories. After that, they'll get ready and they'll go for lunch. And then after that, they'll start their first practice of the day. After they do their first practice, they'll have a brief intermission to get a little break. Then they'll go right behind it with their second practice. And then after this second practice, they'll have a team meeting with the coaches for the last 30 minutes. And then, like I said, y'all will be dismissed at 5:30 for the day. You'll be returning to your parents, and y'all will be going on to get ready for the next day. The next day will be the game day. So, you know what I'm saying? You'll come dressed already. But I think they still will already have a locker room, but you can already be dressed in the final walkthrough in the travel suits. And then, like I said, just be dressed. And then, like I said, they'll have warm-ups. And then they'll have special teams prep. Then we'll kick the game off at 1 o'clock. So, like I said, y'all junior high is really not as vigorous as the high school. Y'all see, they a 3-day event because it's more of them. And there's more things that we got to do to move around. But as you see, like, it just goes straight through like that. So, do anybody got any questions on any of that? Any questions? Any questions on the tentative itinerary? All right, then I'm finna move on now to the info sheet so we can go down there, because I know a lot of people was getting confused with the calendar fundraiser and do you got to do it and all this type of stuff. So I'm finna pull it up real fast, and then I'm gonna go over that for you guys. We are hella excited to have y'all kids in the game though, man, because like last year was crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like last year was so exciting. It was so exciting that I said they gotta have their own weekend this year. There's no way we're gonna be able to pack them into the weekend and because they darn near overshadowed the older games last year. That what was so crazy, because like I said, it started off like just so competitive. Like these kids, them 8th graders, they really like they set the tone for the weekend. I can't say that. They really set the tone for the weekend. And man, just to come back with it the second year, it's gonna be even bigger and better this time. And I can just already tell that this group of kids, just by the roster that I got a roster set up, we ain't never had a roster set up like look like this for no 8th graders. If y'all see the size of some of these kids on there, it's crazy. It's really crazy. Y'all know, just a second. All right, so first of all, I'm finna go over the I'm finna go over the responsibility list. All right, first of all, I'm gonna just go read straight down on it. I mean, game location is East Central Community College. The practice and combine locations right now is East Central Community College. Like I said, we will update y'all on the practice locations though if we change anything from that. But like I said, be making plans to know that East Central Community College. All right, the player responsibility. The total participation fee is $500. The deadline for the whole $501 is November the 16th. The lock-in fee is due, which is $155 with the on the link, is due October the 26th. That's next Sunday at the orientation, paid by the orientation. If you're trying to get your number now, like I said, it's first pay, first pick on the number. So what I mean by that, what I mean by first pay, first pick. All right, you see on there when you do the player profile out, it's 3 choices on there, right? So what you do is you pick your 3 choices of the number that you would like. My advice to you would not be, if you're gonna pick your 3 choices, don't let it be 0, 1, 2 or 1, 2, 3. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pick like a 1, 2, and then something that if all that is gonna be taken, because gotta think about it now. You ain't the only one that put 0, 1, 2. So what if somebody picked that number before you and they already paid? So that's one number already X'd out. Then the next person, they already paid. Then that's another, you know what I'm saying? This another thing that's scratched off. You get what I'm talking about? So like pick relevant numbers. If you were to pick your favorite 3 numbers, and don't let it be 1, 2, 3, because you might not get that if you just not paying today, or you just not paying next Sunday. Just gonna be honest with you. I saw some people before the link, before the payment link was set up where people can pay. I think it was like 3, 4 people had paid. I mean, had filled the link out and didn't pay. So I'm still gonna honor that, but you gotta go. If you fill the link out and you know you didn't pay, which I'll be hitting you up tomorrow anyway. But if you fill the link out and you know it didn't pop up for you to pay, I'm gonna still honor that if you go ahead and pay. But if you drag it out to Sunday, I can't honor it before somebody that done did it right and done paid already. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to do everything the fair way when it comes to like doing these all-star games. Not even gonna lie to you, like with picking the numbers, with all that type of stuff. I don't assign people numbers. I don't do that. Only time I assign somebody a number if all 3 of their choices is gone. And then I'm gonna always try to get them the next lowest number. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna be putting no kid in 45 when he requested 1 and he plays running back. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do stuff like that. I'm still around. You know what I'm saying? So I know how kids want to look. You know what I'm talking about? So the main thing I want to say is, like I said, so if you want your number, if you want a better chance at getting your number, let me see, how can we pay on Sunday, cash or check? You can bring either. You can bring either. You can bring either. And to the people that's there, I'm gonna open the link up. After, for the people that pay in cash, we'll open the link up after. And y'all will be able to fill y'all profile out. For the people that pay in cash or gotta pay cash or check, we'll make sure that we do that. But like I said, if you want your number early, you want your number, you might want to go ahead and pay now. But if you just don't care, you know what I'm saying, you just fine with being in the game, you playing in whatever, which I wouldn't care, you know what I'm saying. But if you playing in whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's on you. You can wait till Sunday. So like I said, first pay, first get. Like I said, so that lock-in fee that's due October 26th at orientation at St. Andrew's Episcopal School. All right. So like I said, a lot of people ask me about the address. Yeah, y'all know if people don't know about me now, hold on. So we have to be at the school Sunday. Yes, we have to be at the school Sunday. If people don't know about me now, by now, one thing about me, I'm gonna always be on top of the itineraries, all that type of stuff. So I ain't gonna never leave you just float. I'm gonna put an itinerary out tomorrow. I just had to get. I don't like to put a lot of information out to people that I know that ain't locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to make sure that the people are locked in and not me just wasting my time sending stuff to people. You know what I'm saying, for nothing, or answering a bunch of questions to people that ain't even going to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this year I try to do it a little different every year to make sure that I'm not worrying myself to death on people that's not even going to be a part of it. And as I was saying, like, and so as y'all see, like on the stuff that on the responsibility list and everything, like if you read it, like if you literally sit down and read it, every question that you ask is on there, except for the address of St. Andrews. And you can Google it. I mean, you can GPS St. Andrews, but I'm a person, I'm going to put the address on the updated one going into tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be sending all updated information on what you need to do, reminding people of what they need to bring, what they need to wear to orientation Sunday. in orientation. Let me see what we got going on next. Okay, I don't want to overskip myself. Just going to the next thing. Lock-in fee due October the 26th. That's $150. You pay that at orientation, or you pay that through the link right now that says profile, MSA profile. Once you fill out the profile link, it's gonna ask you to pay at the bottom, and then you pay through that. That's probably the easiest way for anybody to pay because it takes all cards and Apple Pay and all that stuff. All right. The calendar fundraiser. All right, you paying $150 lock-in. So that's part of your 501 right there. After you pay your 501, after you pay your $150, you only owe $351 left. So that's days 1 through 27. So all you gotta do is fill out days 1 through 27. Or if you want your money back, you can fill out the whole calendar and you can pay yourself your $150 back. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. We also what's your name? We'll make that academic. Okay, yeah. Like I said, so you can do that. And we also got the competition this year. Whoever do the most, you can do it in many calendars if you want. Whoever take the most money up, they're going to get their fees waived and they're going to win $300. So that's an $800 profit for you if you raise the most. Then, like I said, anything you raise over, like, just one calendar limit on that now. Anything you raise over the days 1 through 27, that's your money. So you can pay yourself back your whole money back. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to pay nothing to be in the All-Star Weekend. Your calendar paid for you to be in the All-Star Weekend. Hey, that's a win. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I always stick to doing the calendar fundraiser, because we also give out great gifts. We give out TVs, the griddles, the flat top griddles, what else we don't gave out? I think we gave out some tents. We give out like great gifts. Like, so you not only that, and it makes people want to come to the game because they want to see that they win the gift. You know what I'm saying? So we gave out $300. We done gave out $1,000 before. We give out great gifts. That's all I'm gonna say. So anybody that get the calendar in the calendar raffle, man, they will want to come to the game because you got to be there to win it. Mandatory dates. So I don't want to keep rushing myself. Do anybody have any questions about anything that I done went through at first? Anything I done went through? Anything I done went over, anything I done went over. Do anybody have any questions about anything I done went over? And y'all can type it in the comment section. Or you can talk on here if you're still on the group me. If you're still on the group me, you got a question, you can ask that too. All right, guys, mandatory dates, as we said, the group me call that we on now, and the orientation for sizing day. And the reason I really want to start back doing, it's like this is our first year doing physical orientations again in like 3-4 years. I want to start getting a feel of what type of people that I got around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I want people to know that, you know what I'm saying, this is a special opportunity. I want people to know that this is a serious deal. I want people to know that this ain't no money grab. Hold on, I'm gonna get to that. I'm getting to what the 351 going to. All right. I just want to see it and let everybody know that this is a great opportunity. Another thing too. When I'm talking to people, like texting me, calling me, emailing me, please, especially 8th graders, let it be your parents. I don't want to be talking to kids about money and what the money for and like none of that. Hey, please turn your phone on mute. Please turn your phone on mute. I don't want to be. Can you turn your phone on mute? Okay. But yeah, like I don't want to be talking to kids and kids answer me questions, and bro, that is so aggravating. Like, especially when it got something to do with payments and stuff like that. I shouldn't be talking to no kids. Just gonna keep it a buck with you, because they not, and that's why we did it this way. That's why we did it where you gotta fill out the link to say yes or no. That's why every email that I send out is going to the kid email and the parent email and the coach. It's going to all the email, because I don't want to be talking to no kid. I don't even care if they high school. I don't want to be talking to kids, because most of the time they just be agreeing to stuff and the parent ain't even saying yes. And now I'm wasting time with something that they don't even know about. Now you coming up at the last minute telling me, well, I ain't know about a calendar fundraiser. I ain't know it was $500 for him to be in this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, I don't want to be doing all that. We ain't trying to go backwards. That's why I'm trying to keep everything moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, keeping everybody being completely transparent with everything. Hold on just a second though. Let me go back to the thing. I was okay. All right. Okay, guys. The format would be a 42-man roster, or less. The top players across Mississippi public and private school. The coaches will be drafting them after I get through with the Zoom, and they'll be drafting them through this week. So y'all will know what team you on Sunday. And the perks, what everybody say, once you fill out the info, the link, can we just pay the whole 501? Yeah, what we're gonna do is once if you're gonna just pay the whole 501, I'm gonna get another payment link for everybody. If you want to pay the whole 501, we'll get another payment link. But I'm gonna put that option. I tell you what, I'll put that option on there if you want to just pay that, or if you want to, I'll put both the options on there. That'll make it even easier. Cause y'all gotta know that one thing about me, I'm doing all this. That's why this is my baby right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to just turn it loose to get more help with, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still doing everything. Like, I'm doing the forms, I'm doing the everything. I'm doing the event planning, I'm doing the everything. You know, the uniforms, the everything. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, y'all just bear with me on top of coaching my own self. I'm still in the middle of a season. So like I said, y'all just bear with me. Like I said, I try to keep everything on the up and up. So like when I send stuff out, y'all try to just stay on top of it, because I'm putting all the questions that you're answering me is literally on the paper. So like they asking me what the 351 go to. First of all, we shouldn't even be on this call if we still asking those type of questions, because that was all on the invite of letting you know exactly what comes with this, for you to say either I can afford this and I'm going to do this and I agree to what this is, or I can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by going backwards. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but me knowing that people do that, I still got y'all covered right here. The perks, that's what this covers, is the only one prospect combine / evaluation. I don't know no all-star game or platform you're going to that you're gonna get the combine to. I don't know nothing in America that you're getting that. The major drip game day bundle that come with the uniform, the backpacks, the bomber jackets, the just a array of stuff that's major drip athletics. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, the lunches, we're gonna be provide lunch. And you'll be coached by some of the top coaches in the state of Mississippi right now in junior high and high school. Media day. The media day is covered by us. So you get your pictures, you get all that. That's in the fee. Interviews, and like I said, exposure. If you go look the game up to like 3,000, we went for 3.35. We went for 3.5 million of over all social media platforms for the whole weekend. We went over 3.5 million. That's how many people tuned in to watch these kids over all platforms last year. Like, for $500. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you're getting a combine in the game for $500. That's already tough. Just gonna be honest with you. And I just want to just add the combine, man, because like I do the combine in the summer, but it be running so much into my 7-on-7 and all that type of stuff. I don't be wanting the best kids to miss the opportunity, because I know they be going to the other combines and camps and stuff in the summertime. So I'm just getting all the way out the way of that. We're gonna get in front of that. We're gonna already have their official times before they even step on a high school field. You feel what I'm saying? Do anybody got any questions about anything that I went over? Anything that I went over? And as y'all see in the chat, I put the uniforms in there. Please don't post the uniform. I'm gonna probably go back and delete that at this over with, because I don't want y'all to. We're gonna do a jersey. We're gonna do a uniform reveal, but I did want to put y'all on game on what the uniform's gonna look like. I'm very excited about this year. Like I said, I have never saw the kids this size in 8th grade before. I feel like we got one of the best platforms to be able to showcase this type of talent. Make sure some of y'all didn't have no film now on the nomination form. Make sure when you fill this profile out, you got to have at least a minute of something put together, some type of clips, because when we announce the rosters, we're going to be putting their clips up online Like we going live right now. We're gonna be going on live, and we'll be posting their clips like they on ESPN. We're gonna be showcasing such and such quarterback from the Show Central. Boom, boom, boom. This is what he looking like. This is why they picked him. Boom. He just going off. You know what I'm saying? It said on your sheet. She asked me what time to be at St. Andrews Sunday. It said on your information sheet, but I'm gonna say it again. Hold on. But I think it's 1 to 3. Yes, ma'am. 1 to 3. That's another thing. Like I said, I try to lay it all out for y'all. Like I said, I'm not being funny, being a smart butt or nothing like that. I'm just being serious. Like I take time to try to make sure any question that you would be asking me is already, because I've been doing this 7 years now. So I'm knowing. Let me see. Did you say once you paid 150, 155, you still have to show? Yeah, you do. You do. It's orientation. And the kids need to come in khakis and their jerseys. Because like I said, it's going to be like where they take the headshots and all that type of stuff in. And we also, at the orientation, we'll be having the ACT queen who will already get y'all on the right track of making sure these kids are qualified to go D1. Qualified to have all that. We couldn't get our film to attach. What you got to do is you either go get a Dropbox and just put all the videos in the Dropbox, or you go on YouTube or Instagram and just put them all together on one Instagram post and send us the link. It's like it's 2025. It's just various ways to have a link of videos. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was trying to tell. I know some people behind on some stuff like that, but like that's what I try to put people on when they get inside the organization on like how to promote your kid. Like it's too many ways to be able to put your kids out. Even though we put the size on the form, will they be trying on the uniform there? Yeah, they will, just to reassure. But most of, like I said, all the size of this is universal. Yeah, you bring your own equipment. Yes, ma'am. The only thing we provide is the major drip gear. But yeah, just make sure like it's various ways to create links now. Like especially Dropbox is an easy one. You just take the videos inside your phone, put them all, load them all in the Dropbox. Then you just take the link from the Dropbox. Now you got a link. You know what I'm saying? It just it's like really, it's literally that simple, though, y'all.
All right, Coach. If we can't make the combine, we'll be in Atlanta that weekend. Is that a problem?
No, that's just extra. If they wanted to do that, I mean, you know, way to get their name out there earlier. But nah, that's no problem. It ain't mandatory. But it will be that Friday of their check-in day. I think that's the the 26th. Yep. December the 26th. Do anybody got any other questions? Any other question? But like I said, man, I want to introduce myself, let y'all know I'm very transparent, y'all. So then I'm very straight to the point, because a lot of times I don't be having time to do a lot of stuff to sit. Like I don't have time to go back and forth on the group meet. That's why I turn it to just announcements and that type of stuff. So like if you got any question that's very serious, you can inbox me, and I promise you I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I see it. If I might not see it to that night, because like I said, I do a lot of stuff my own self. And with doing all the other stuff I do and getting the all-star game together, it's even more. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to stay on top of the itinerary. Anything change, I try to make sure I update y'all on everything that changed. The best way to keep up with what we got going on is to just get in the group meet. I know people hate group meets, but just get in the group meet so you don't miss nothing. On the best way, like I said, make sure you got the films together before you fill that profile out, because you got to have film for the kids. And if you know that you ain't got film, another thing too, be sending me the films if you know that you didn't attach film, so I can be sending it to the coaches so they can know who to draft. They don't want them just picking the kids out what size they is. I want them to actually see how good the kids is, and especially if you're a quarterback, they need film on all 4 quarterbacks. Like, gotta know who can throw the ball for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, we picked y'all because we know that like 3 of them had film, but 1 of them didn't. But I figured when his dad said he had a bunch of film, he just didn't know how to attach it. I was like, okay, we fine. Maybe you can just get it to me. So make sure. I responded to the first link, but my son was on the list last night. I redid it and emailed you. I just want to make sure. All right. Who your son? You mentioned practice dates, or those going to be sent out. Practice dates is the day you check in. Like I went over there earlier. If you want to go back, you can go back and look at the YouTube video when it's over with. We went over all that earlier though. Practice dates is on the check-in day. That's the practice schedule. Do anybody got any more questions about anything? I got to get ready for the other meeting. Nah, he got it together now, ma'am. Damian Kelly, he got it together. If y'all, I don't know what was going on with the lock-in link on some of y'all guys, but it wasn't happening to nothing but the Byron people. I don't know what's going on with that. Everybody else was, I ain't had that problem about nothing but the Byron people. I don't know what was going on with that. But if you got the liability waivers and all that stuff together, if it sent you that, you passed the first day. If it sent you liability waivers and all that stuff, you good. If you filled all that out, good. Make sure that everybody's updated all the way up for the liability waiver done. Make sure that you logged into the group me, because the group me will be what's gold in this opportunity, because it's gonna keep you on track. And make sure that you stay on top of your deadlines on when your fees is done. It's due. Make sure that y'all, and then you're in the Dropbox. It's at the bottom. It's the last thing in the bottom of the email that we sent with the liability waivers and stuff. It got allstar info. That's the Dropbox that got all the info for the junior high game, which you got your calendar fundraiser in there. I also pinned the calendar fundraiser at the top of the group me, so you can just click it, hold it down, save it, and now you got it to post online if you need to get it online. What you do is you fill up your whole calendar, take up the money all at one time, and then you turn the money into us at one time. You bring your calendar on the day of check-in. We give you the raffle tickets. You fill out the names for each person that paid for a day, and you put your raffle tickets in that day. Rest of my son on time, but did not get email link for waivers and etc. Who is your son? Who's your son? Because if you on this link, if you in the group me, there's no way you ain't got the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that person right there, make sure you just inbox me on the side, so we can get that taken care of. Anybody else got any questions about anything? If not, y'all make sure y'all have a blessed night. Justin Baylor, Magnolia Miller. I don't know. His name wasn't. I don't know. His name was already scratched off. I think that was already scratched off. He did everything. I don't know. But and make sure when y'all filling stuff out, last thing, make sure when y'all filling these stuff out that your inbox ain't full on your iCloud. That's a lot of problem that's going on. That you can't use the school email because they kicking it back out. That's another problem that's going on. And then you gotta make sure that the emails y'all putting in work. I said we don't provide nothing. We don't provide no equipment. We don't provide nothing but the uniforms and stuff. You gotta have your own helmet and shoulder pads and cleats and all that stuff. We don't provide nothing but the gear that they wear on game day. We don't provide no equipment. But yeah, like make sure that your emails is accurate and works and not full, because you can't receive messages when it's full. You're gonna kick it back. So that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people problem that's going on. And there's nothing I can do about it, because even when you email me, I try to email you back and answer you, and it still don't work because your stuff is full. So did anybody else got any questions? If not, y'all make sure y'all have a blessed night, and y'all remember there's only one Magnolia.